Welcome back to another episode of Holistic Health is Hot. Today we're talking about how to enter your IDGAF era, which is I don't give a fuck if you don't know what that means. And I really want to talk to you just step by step of how you can get out of this. And I just want to say, first off, I am talking to myself during this podcast episode just as much as I'm talking to you, because this idea came to me when I was getting in my car the other day, and I think I was like heading to Target, and I was just thinking about what other people were thinking of me. And I have this thought come to me a lot, because I think so many of us have this fear of what other people think, and it stops us from doing whatever we want, whether that is, social media, whether that is taking pictures in public, which is kind of for me personally. But then for you, maybe it could be starting your health and fitness journey. We're so afraid of this failure, not even necessarily ourselves, which yes, that's a piece of it, but also of what other people think of us. And so we're going to talk step by step of how you can actually get out of this headspace of worrying so much about what other people think of you. Welcome to Holistic Health is Hot, where your journey to sculpting your dream body meets holistic health. I'm your host, Ashley Roberts. Here, we're going to chat about mindset hacks that have completely transformed my life and dive deep into nutrition and movement that will help transform yours. We're going to get into the intense connection between mind, body, and soul so you can glow from the inside out. Let's get into it. And remember, holistic health is hot. And like I said, we're going to go step by step as to how to get out of this headspace. But when I got in my car the other day, I was thinking about how other people were thinking. I was thinking about how I was thinking so much what other people think of me, when it's not like we're put on this earth to please other people. We're not put on this earth to be wondering all the time what other people thinking about us. So we're here on this earth because we're meant to have a human experience through our own eyes. Even if someone does lash out at you or say something rude to you or whatever because you're doing something that you're passionate about, that says more about them than it does about you. And again, we're all mirrors. We're all going through this human existence thinking that other people are thinking about us, when in reality, we're all just thinking about ourselves. So that's one thing, is just to remind yourself that people aren't worried about you. They're worried about themselves. And the more you can kind of remember that, the easier it becomes to kind of just stay in your own lane and just kind of be confident in who you are. So let's get into the episode. So first off, we need to identify what the fear is. I think, again, so often we can worry about what other people think of us. And I think about this a lot, because one thing that I really enjoy doing is outdoorsy sports, like wake surfing, wakeboarding, all these different activities, and, snowboarding, all the things. And I think so many women shy away from doing these kinds of activities because of their fear of looking silly, having to go through the learning curve. And this isn't just with that kind of sports, it's with a lot of things. But I don't know, I think a lot about how I really don't have a lot of girlfriends that do activities like I do, and I want to encourage more women to do it. And I think, again, it all comes down to not wanting to look silly during the learning process. And again, this is all what other people think about us. It has nothing to do with our actual experience. So I think the biggest thing is make a list of situations where you are worried about other people's opinions. So, I'm trying to think, for me, it really does come down to that social media thing and just being my authentic self. And I'm going to save this till the end, but I practiced something that I was afraid of doing, and I felt so ridiculous, but we'll kind of go into why that's important later on in the episode. But you need to figure out what you're afraid of first, and I'm not saying go jump off a bridge and be scared and do it anyways, but where are these fears coming from? Is it looking silly in the gym? I know that that's something that a lot of my clients struggle with, is I don't want to go in there and look like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm one, no one's paying attention to you. They're paying attention to themselves. And two, even me, certified personal trainer, sometimes there's machines in there that I'm wait, how do I work this thing? And yeah, I used to be embarrassed at first about it, but now I just don't care, because I've learned that everyone's in their own world worried about themselves. No one's looking at me oh my gosh, what is she doing? And if they are, they're probably doing that for 1 second and then moving on with their life. So you need to identify your fears. Where are these things that maybe you're holding yourself back from starting or doing because you're afraid of what other people think? Next, number 2 is, this is a social media piece, is unfollow anyone or mute anyone that does not make you feel good about yourself. If there is someone that you are like, oh my gosh, like she's so fit or she's so this, like, and it makes you question yourself, unfollow, remove. You need to only put stuff in your brain that is going to make you feel good. And again, even if it is someone that's like your friend or family member or whatever that you don't want to unfollow, just mute them so you don't see their stuff. And then you want to follow people that do make you feel good. Find people that brighten your day. Find people that make you motivated. I think social media can do a lot of good and it can do a lot of not so good. And you get to choose, except TikTok kind of like feeds you stuff, but like you get to choose who you want to follow. And maybe for a while you try to stay off social media, but I think the biggest thing is like making sure that you're following people that lift you up and unfollowing and muting anyone that doesn't. Number 3 is set boundaries. And if you are a people pleaser or recovering people pleaser, I used to be a big people pleaser, so this can be really, really hard. But once you start to set boundaries and really do what is best for you and only you start to care less what other people think, because you know in your heart you're doing what's right for you, and you can kind of block out the people. You can block out other people. I think setting boundaries in terms of health and fitness, one thing I can think of is when I was not eating dairy and I was like vegan. At first, I was like, oh my gosh, what are people going to think? Like, people are going to think I'm annoying by saying I can't eat this, and like I'm too much by needing to eat something healthy. And that was really hard for me at first. But again, you have to just turn on these blinders and remind yourself of why you're doing these things. You're doing them for you so you can feel your best. And when you feel your best, you can show up in the world as your magnetic, authentic self. And to do that, you need to set boundaries. And sometimes people will be like, whoa, okay, like calm down, like you really need boundaries. Or like people will make comments of, oh yeah, you're really eating healthy. But again, it says more about them. They are not thinking about you. It's all a reflection on them, because if you're choosing something healthy, they're probably like, oh man, like she's probably judging me for me not eating healthy or something like that. We're all in our own heads thinking about ourselves. We're really not thinking about other people at all. So the more you can remind yourself, set those boundaries and stick to them, you are going to feel so much better and feel like a weight has lifted off of your shoulders, and just be able to, again, block out these people and just be in your own lane, because it's you versus you always. What's up, guys? I hope you're loving this episode. I wanted to take a quick second to offer you something special for podcast listeners only. If you're someone who is a high achiever or craving discipline and transformation, you're ready to lose weight and leave old habits behind like food guilt, constant bloat, and body negativity, ready to embrace a new identity and become absolutely obsessed with your body in your life for life, then listen up. Vitality is my one-to-one coaching program where you will get in the best shape of your life for life. You will feel absolute food freedom and feel proud of your food choices, aka no more food guilt. You will feel energized, motivated, and excited to wake up every single morning to do your cute little morning routine. You will feel sexy AF in a bathing suit all year round and have the confidence to sprint to the front of every single photo. Your routines and workouts will light you up, and you will radiate confidence and magnetism in every aspect of your life. If you're ready to get the best shape of your life for life, then DM me the word vitality on Instagram and we can chat about getting started. I'm so excited to work with you. Okay, back to the episode. And that means, I talked about muting people on social media. Setting boundaries is also setting boundaries on humans in real life that don't make you feel good. If you are not feeling energized after you hang out with certain people, they're probably not your people. If they're tearing you down, like if they're judging you for wanting to eat healthy or whatever, maybe they're not your people. So you got to set some boundaries there and find people that make you feel good about yourself and lift you up. The next step to embodying this type of I don't give a fuck energy, you versus you, staying in your own lane, being so confident in who you are as a human that you don't care what other people think of you, is embracing your passions. And I know you're like, what does this have to do with anything? But truly, when you can embrace your passions, no matter what people think of you, whatever it may be, maybe it's coloring, maybe it's painting, you are going to feel so much more energized when you do things that light you up. Maybe it's not something wild and crazy, but like doing things that truly fill your cup is just going to make you so much more confident in who you are, because again, you're just feeding and nourishing yourself, your mind, body, and soul, doing things that make you feel good. And so that just will fuel everything in the rest of your life. The next step is taking action without fear. Okay, this is what I wanted to come back to when I was talking at the beginning of the episode, where I did something where I felt really silly and I just forced myself to do it, even though I felt so dumb. And it's one of those things where even for me, like talking on social media, recording my podcast, like I felt silly at first just talking to myself until I did it over and over and over again. And now this is just normal to me. But it was scary at first to just kind of like be talking for 30 minutes to no one and just posting it online. Like it's really putting yourself out there. So again, one thing that I did is, I don't know, there's these girls on TikTok that, again, I know I'm not them, but like they're so cute. They're like singing and dancing while they're walking and like lip singing to these songs. And that was something where I'm like, oh my gosh, they look so cute doing that. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll post it on social media, maybe I won't. But I was like, you know what? That sounds really scary, to just be in public and singing and talking to my camera and like lip singing. Like that sounds absolutely terrifying, because what is everyone going to think? Everyone's going to be staring at me and being like, oh my God, what is this girl doing? Like these are the thoughts that were in my head. And so I forced myself to do it. And was it pretty? No. Was I probably still a little bit scared doing it? Yes. Was there really anybody around me? No. But the thing is that I was like, again, it's going to be scary at first. And I was like looking around, making sure no one's staring at me. Like I even do that when I'm just like out in public talking and recording a video. I still get this kind of anxiety that everyone's going to be like, what is she doing? Oh my gosh, like she's so annoying. She's on social media. Like this is something that always runs through my brain, but I forced myself to do it. But I literally looked around. I was like scanning. I was like, is anyone looking at me? There was literally no one around, and I still was scared to do it. And I did it, and I saved it in my drafts on TikTok, and I'm probably never going to post it. But it's one of those things where it's like, the more you can kind of do things that put you outside of your comfort zone, maybe again, doing the thing that you're afraid of people judging you for, just fucking do it. And the more you practice it, the easier it gets. So remember those fears that we listed down at the beginning? One by one, maybe let's just say you have 5. One by one, each week, I want you to practice one of those and do it every single day until you're not afraid of it anymore. Because again, a lot of times we have this fear of the unknown, this fear of what people are thinking of us. And it's not of like what people think are maybe thinking of us. It's more like the fear of their reaction. What are they going to say? What are they going to think? And so if you're afraid to go to the gym and use a squat rack because it's intimidating and there's a whole bunch of like, meathead guys, gym rat people hogging it, go do that. Go show up. Even if you can't put a whole bunch of weight on it, go put 10 pounds on those things. You deserve to be there just as much as they do. So do that every single day. Well, you probably shouldn't be, squatting every single day, but do it now. Like your next workout, push yourself to do it. If you're afraid to set a boundary with, eating food, maybe you're going to a friend's house and they want to cook you dinner, practice being like, hey, I'm not eating dairy. I'm not eating dairy and gluten, and saying that to them. And maybe you bring your own meal, like it's not this end all be all, I have to be high maintenance, but it's about doing what's best for you. And if you can remember that, gosh, you're going to feel so much more confident in yourself and who you are. And you'll be able to trust yourself because you're doing the things that make you feel good, no matter what people think about you or whatever it is. So that's one of those things where you have to rinse and repeat. Do it again and again and again and again. So maybe you're afraid to learn to snowboard. Obviously you can't right now because it's not snow season, at least where I'm from. But go take a lesson. Go ask one of your friends to give you a lesson. Ask someone to give you a lesson. Go try it on your own. Watch YouTube videos. Like, do it scared. Okay, and again, I'm not telling you to jump off a building or whatever. Like, don't do things that are scary to you just because they're scary. But the thing that you are meant to do, or the thing that sounds exciting to you, and do it anyway. Start your health and fitness journey. Go learn to paint. Go to a pottery class. Go talk to, maybe you want to go make a new friend, go talk to them. Maybe you see a cute guy at the gym, go talk to him and ask him out. Like, do things that you are afraid of. Do it anyways. Do it scared, because that's how you build confidence. And that's how you start to build so much trust with yourself that you don't give a shit what other people think of you, because you are doing what's best for you. And you know you're listening to yourself and your intuition. And that's all that matters. No ifs, ands, or buts. Okay? So do it again and again and again. And like I said, it's also important to build a support system around you, okay? Because yes, we want to obviously set boundaries for people that don't make us feel good, but we also want to bring in people that do. Maybe there is someone that you are like, oh my gosh, she snowboards. I really want to be good at snowboarding. Go be her friend. Message her on Instagram. I've done this so many times where I see someone that I think is cool online and I'm like, hey, just want to let you know, love your content. I think you're super cool. Like, nothing has to come of it. You maybe do end up hanging out. Like, I've done that with someone before where we ended up getting lunch and like made that connection there. Or, if you see someone in your hometown that like is going on hot girl walks in the morning and you're like, I really want to go on hot girl walks too. Like, that would be fun to have a friend to motivate me to go. Message her and just be like, hey, like, I saw you go on walks every morning. Like, I go on morning walks a lot too, or I want to, and I'd love to connect with someone that does. Like, build a support system around you that believes in you and lights you up and fills up your cup and just energizes you. Because again, when you're surrounded by people that are lifting you up and not tearing you down, you are reinforcing this behavior of I'm doing what's best for me. It's me versus me. It's not this whole, oh my gosh, I have a friend that I feel like is competing with me or is jealous of me or whatever it may be. It's you versus you, and you're finding people that light you the hell up, okay? So you're going to rinse and repeat all of these steps whenever you need to. And again, I'm talking to myself here too, okay? I'm also in this place where I'm doing things that scare me. I'm in this transition phase right now, and I feel like I'm really just leveling up my life and who I am as a human. And so I'm having to do a lot of things that scare the shit out of me, okay? Like, even, again, a lot of mine comes from social media, but like, I still have days and times when I don't feel like my best self, and I feel like, I'm too worried about what other people are thinking of me, and I just am working on blocking all of that out, which is why I was feeling really, really called to talk about this today. One thing to do too is like reflect on yourself. Reflect. Is this stuff working for you? I think so many people, you're going to sit here and you're going to listen to the podcast and you're like, yeah, that's a good idea. I should do that. But then you don't. You don't take the action. And learning and listening to this stuff is all great and dandy, but you have to take action. You have to put in the work. Is it work? Yes, but it's going to benefit you so much in the long run if you can just suck it up, take some action now, do it scared, and be able to reflect on it so you can truly, truly become your best self, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of the things, okay? So again, maybe do something today that you are usually afraid that people would judge you for. Do it today. And then write in your journal, how did it feel? Was it scary? Can you do it again? Were people actually judging you? Was anyone looking at, just brain dump everything that comes to mind after the experience so you can remind yourself. Because a lot of times it's like, I did it. Was it really that bad? No. But it's this thing that we build up in our head that is going to be so much scarier than it actually will be. So I really, really, really encourage you to do it scared. Post on social media, start your fitness journey, go to the gym, take up space, do what you have to do. It's okay to be seen. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to do something wrong. It's okay to mess up, but it's not okay to stay still and stay stuck. If you're listening to this podcast, I know that you want to grow and evolve into the best version of you, or else you wouldn't be taking the time to listen to this right now. So don't stay stuck. Do it scared. Okay? All right, guys, that wraps up this episode. Thank you so, so much for tuning in. If you loved this episode, please share it with a friend, share it to your story, subscribe, like all of the things. I would love it if you rated and reviewed the show too. That would mean the absolute world to me. Thank you so much for being here. Love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.